of Delhi Chief Minister. Now, a huge announcement was made yesterday by the Delhi Chief Minister, Arvind Kejriwal, saying that he is going to be stepping down in the next few days, the next 2 days to be precise or so. Essentially, the Delhi Chief Minister has spoken about the fact that he is going to go back to the people of Delhi. He made this decision, saying that he is ready to give this particular Agni Pariksha, assured workers to announce the name of the next CM by Tuesday, which is tomorrow. Arvind Kejriwal has spoken about this and also has indicated that the fight is still on. He sent across a message to the Election Commission, asking them to shift the Delhi Assembly elections from February 2025 to November, when Jharkhand and Haryana also vote. Meanwhile, former mentor Anna Hazare has hit out at Kejriwal for defying his advice to shun politics.
से बरी होके ना आ जाऊं तब तक मैं सीएम की कुर्सी पे नहीं बैठूंगा। उन्होंने कहा जी ये 10 साल चलेगा केस, कोई कह रहा है 15 साल चलेगा केस, कोई कह रहा है 20 साल चलेगा केस। तो केस ये अभी लंबा चलेगा। आज कोर्ट जितना कर सकता था, कोर्ट ने हमारे पक्ष में निर्णय लिया है, हमें बेल दे दी उन्होंने, ऐसे कानून में जिसमें बेल मिलनी नामुमकिन होती है। 2 दिन के बाद, आज से 2 दिन के बाद मैं सीएम की कुर्सी से इस्तीफा देने जा रहा हूं और मैं तब तक सीएम की कुर्सी पे नहीं बैठूंगा जब तक जनता अपना फैसला ना सुना दे। अगर आप मेरे को वोट देके जिताओगे और अगर आप कहोगे कि केजरीवाल ईमानदार है, तो चुनाव के बाद, उसके बाद जाके मैं सीएम की कुर्सी पे बैठूंगा, तब तक मैं सीएम की कुर्सी पे नहीं बैठूंगा।
मैम, बीजेपी ने ये भी कहा है कि 2 दिन क्यों चाहिए?
उसका तो सिंपल सा रीजन है, आज संडे है और कल छुट्टी है ईद की, तो नेक्स्ट वर्किंग डे ट्यूसडे है, इसलिए 2 दिन का समय चाहिए।
मैं पहले से ही बता रहा था, राजनीति में नहीं जाना, समाज की सेवा करो, बहुत बड़ा आदमी बन जाएगा। कई साल हम लोग साथ में थे, वो टाइम बार बार मैं कह रहा था कि राजनीति में नहीं जाना, समाज सेवा ये अपने जीवन में आनंद दे दिए, आनंद में डूबे रह रहा हूँ, लेकिन उसके दिल में ये बात आई नहीं और आज जो होना तो हो गया।
केंद्रीय एजेंसीज तो बीजेपी के ही ऑफिस से चलती है और अगर आप देखें तो जो अरविंद केजरीवाल साहब है, निडर है, एक निडर लीडर है और वही बिना डरते हुए आज लड़ते हैं, संविधान के लिए लड़ रहे हैं, देश के हित के लिए लड़ रहे हैं। वैसे ही सिसोदिया जी है, हमारे यहाँ सूरज चौहान अभी भी अंदर है, लेकिन वो भी लड़ रहे हैं। अनिल देशमुख जी हो, संजय राउत जी हो, जो लड़ रहे हैं देश के लिए, वो बिना डरे हुए दिखा रहे कि उनकी भी जो सीना है वो भी काफी मजबूत है।
In a democracy as we have today, it is the prerogative of Mr. Kejriwal and his party to take any such political decision. It is for Mr. Kejriwal and his party to explain the background of this decision and explain what is going to be their future course of action, future strategy.
Ashutosh Mishra getting in more details on that big story, joining us this morning from the Delhi Chief Minister's residence. A surprise, Ashutosh, that the Delhi CM sprung on the people of Delhi, also the other political parties, including its own partner, the Congress. The big question is, why the delay for 48 hours and what is expected as far as tomorrow is concerned, given that the deadline expires tomorrow?
Well, cannot be said actually a delay because there are certain formalities that you need to do. First, the calling the all-party meeting, the legislative party meeting of the Aam Aadmi Party, where the MLAs will decide the next leader of the House, who will ultimately become the Chief Minister. Subsequently, talking all your stakeholders, which are your MPs, your MLAs, and not only the Delhi unit. In fact, last evening only, all the MPs and MLAs and the minister in Punjab met Arvind Kejriwal. There was also a discussion. So you have to have a consensus on board and then convince everyone, because ultimately what has happened, that a demoralized cadre perhaps has actually got charged up, and now they're gearing for the election. All you see is, one perspective is that's an announcement of a resignation, but if you see the other side, and having known Arvind Kejriwal and the kind of political startup he started, one of the most successful startup in the politics, this is clearly an election campaign which he already has started. So tomorrow when he tenders his resignation, say around 12:30 or 1 p.m. what we are hearing from the sources, and immediately handing over him the support of the MLAs, which will be declaring name of the next chief minister, and which may not be really very surprising. Probably one of the key minister in the cabinet would be the next chief minister. So that decision will be taken. Today being to be a holiday, and clearly on that day there are some rounds of meeting have been decided, have been called right behind me here at the chief minister's house, and all these meetings are actually to chalking out a strategy. So until you have a strategy, and then next course of action, and then taking up the major decision, because already resignation has been announced. He also announced that he's going to leave the CM house in next 2 weeks, and probably would be shifting to some other areas. Clearly what happens next is going to be very interesting. But so far what he has really surprised, but at the same time he played really a master card just before the election. And also now the pressure goes on the election commission, that whether they are going to carry out the election on the demand, because you already have a Haryana and Jharkhand election, then there will be another election in the February. And while the India, we are almost talking about one nation, one election, this could be also a litmus test for the election commission, that are they ready to at least carry out 3 state elections together?
Well, absolutely. It's a big question, and that's something that the Election Commission will have to answer, given that Arvind Kejriwal has, yes, made this announcement and thrown in this surprise, really.